I need y'all to know I am exhausted, but this weekend owes me not 1 cent. What a vibe. What's up, y'all? It's me, Stacie, Sew Stacie, and welcome back to my channel. And you already know why we're here. I mean, look at the hat. Baby, let's get into it, okay? So, for starters, I'm Sew Stacie. I sew, I buy clothes, I like to mash them up and style them together. And today is going to be all about when those people who like to make clothes come together and have a retreat. Oh my God, giving all honor to God, who is the head of my life. Baby, when I tell you, we had so much fun at the sorority retreat. Like, we really about to get into some things, okay? But let me start with, if you are returning, welcome back. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, we best friends, I already told y'all. If you are new here, thank you, because, you know, it really warms my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, my watch hours are like, ugh, right now, but it is what it is because we've already talked about that. But I have things to say, and I'm glad that you're here. So stay with me, baby. We're going to talk about all kind of stuff on this channel. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Can you buy this hat? No. Why can't you buy this hat? Because I made it. I didn't make the actual trucker hat, but I designed it, okay? And I'll let you know how the design came about, where I got the patch from, all the things as we get into the sorority retreat. So for starters, the Sewrority brand in itself, Sewrority. If you're new here, SEWWW for sewing. It is a company that was created by Monica, Kiki, and Nikki, okay? The twins. One is the sewing principal. I cannot think of what Kiki's handle is. And then Monica is that Sew Monica. But listen, it started with one retreat, and I think there were so many people trying to come. It would sell out really fast, and then it kind of evolved into pretty much one each season. And I was so glad because I kept missing it. So let's go ahead and get into everything. I'll walk you through all of my clips, all the fun, and then I'll pop back in and kind of fill you in on some other things. But let's go ahead and get into it. And I went to, the retreat is always in Dallas, and I went to the summer retreat, which was July 17th through 20, I think it was the 17th through the 20th or the 21st. At any rate, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy. So it wouldn't be my life if there was not a weird hiccup. So I'm happy here. I'm getting ready to leave the airport because I was sitting waiting on Selena Curtis. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, girl, I landed. I'm waiting on you. And then she lands and she sends me the message. And this is when we realized we landed at 2 different airports. Yes, we did. So now I'm off to find an Uber such that she and I can meet up at a central location. So the Uber is secured and I am headed to meet Selena. Where else other than Target? Since we're roommates for the retreat, we decided to get snacks. And of course, I don't know how to act, so I came out with a jumpsuit and some heels. But that's my business. The adventures are non-stop. Oh God, we saw the Uber driver drive past us. And homeboy just kept going and canceled the Uber ride. This must mean we about to have the time of our life at the retreat. Because what? If y'all only knew what all I went through to get here to Dallas. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And now we're headed to the retreat center. Say hey to Selena, y'all. After about a 30-minute ride, we arrived and the love hit us at the door.
Welcome to the sorority house. Hello. You know what I'm not doing? Hi, Selena. I'm Nikki. Welcome. Come on into the sorority house. We're going to get you Shakespeare.
Hi, thank you.
I think we were the second and third people to arrive, but we went ahead, went to our room, and were instantly greeted with our welcome bags, our towels, a program booklet. Like, the setup was perfect. But y'all know the first thing I did? Anybody take a guess? You already know I was ready to start sewing. So, yeah, I asked, I was like, so how soon can we go in the room and start sewing? Because I really wanted my purple robe ready because I did not get a chance to make pajamas for the pajama night that we were going to have, like the sewing pajama party, which would be the second night of the retreat. And I wanted to be ready because I knew pictures, would be taken. I was so ready. So I was like, I'll unpack at some point. Let me go ahead and get on this. So the earlier you get there, the better, because you can pick out your machine, where you want to sit down. Of course, sewing machine rental, you have all that set up. Like I said, the information that you need to know in preparation to get to the sewing retreat, they do a really good job with that. And if you're not local and don't want to fly with your machine, you can rent one. So came in, figured out where I wanted to sit. Selena was right across from me. Deborah was right next to me. You can see her arm. I'll show her a little later, but I immediately got on my robe. Like, I had to get right to it because everything was cut. And what I decided to do, because I wasn't sold that the two purple fabrics matched, and by that I mean I had that purple satin, that crepe back satin. I had that purchased and in my stash for well over maybe 2 years. And then I decided, oh, hey, this is the time when I want to use it. When I attempted to cut all of my pattern pieces such that this robe could be made before I got on my flight, I quickly realized that, okay, yeah, you don't have enough fabric. I went to Hobby Lobby. They had some more purple crepe back satin, but the purple was just a little bit lighter than what I had in my stash. And I was like, what can I do? So, I'm always going to make something kind of funky. The neckband of my robe, I decided I would use the lighter fabric for that, the front trim around the robe, as well as my sleeves. So I did that. And then I was like, I also want to finally pull out my piping foot. So that's how that came about. And I was just happy to know that that room for us to sew is just open the whole time. You follow the schedule, but if there's downtime and you want to sew, go for it. The sky's the limit. So immediately got on it. We waited on more ladies to arrive. And yeah, I was pretty much talking and laughing and sewing the majority of the time that I was there. I probably could have stayed in this position for the rest of the day. And for the most part, I did. But let's talk about this pattern. So it's McCall 7790. And again, I've made this several times. I love it because I've made so many dusters from it. I just absolutely think that's such a fun look because you can always dress a duster up or down. But what I had not done was actually make a sash to make it a true robe. So I actually had a lot to do in a little bit of time, but it did help that everything was pre-cut before I came. And travel tip, if you are one of those who likes to take your projects with you on the road, because I would definitely do that on some old work trips, use your packing cubes. I put my pre-cut fabric, all my notions, everything that had to do with that project, I went ahead and put that inside some of my packing cubes. I've collected so many because they're so cheap, and it really helps with organization and just traveling. But this is my workstation, and now other ladies were starting to trickle in. Again, it's just fun, love, hugs. Some people we already knew, some we did not know. I was just in awe. I took so many pictures, y'all. Like, it wouldn't have taken me as long to get this video out if I didn't have so much footage. I literally started out with like 2.5 hours worth of footage, most of which were pictures. I was like, nothing needs to be left out. We were all on a mission to get these projects done. These were not assigned projects. This is just what we chose to do. I was extremely excited to poke my head around the corner and see the photo booth set up. The twin, I think this is Kiki. She made sure it was on point because, baby, we wore that thing out. Kudos to Kiki. And now it was time for us to have a little drinky drink, a little, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the retreat. All the do's and don'ts. Shelly is, I think, the first ambassador that we have for sorority. So we had to go ahead, and commemorate the occasion with a little toast. You getting excited over there, so go ahead and pull out your laptop so you can go ahead and start planning to attend a retreat. And yeah, now let's get back to the sewing. So in the 5, 6, 7 years that I have been sewing, I never ever took the time to pull out my piping foot. I purchased one and I made sure it fit my machine, But I was using a FOF, and although the machine sewed smoothly like butter, the shank on the FOF machine was not the same shank as on my brother machine. Therefore, it would not fit. But Monica had one in her stash, so I was good to go. But it's time to go night-night. We have places to go in the morning. So I slept well and whatnot, but somebody said something about fabric shopping, and baby, I was up and ready to go. I was ready like the granddad on Willy Wonka. So while enjoying a little light breakfast, I sat down and actually paid attention to the decor on the walls in the dining area. Y'all, look at all the quilts. I knew that this was a quilting retreat center. Of course, we're not all in here quilting, but I just thought this was so beautiful. Like, I actually paid attention to the decor on the walls. Now the girls are up and out and ready, and the light was hidden. I said, girl, let me snap some photos real quick because you kind of cute. But we were getting ready to head to Fabric Row, and I didn't know what I was going to buy, but I was leaving with something. Okay, I was out here on my Denzel game. Say hello to Selena. I just absolutely love this photo that she snapped of me. And now we're on the bus. We're rolling. I was like, let me give me a little nap in because I feel like it might be a long day. I caught me a little nap, and by the time it got real good to me, Monica was waking us up with instructions.
And she gives us a percentage off in there. All of Fabric Row, and then you're going to go to Fabrictopia. They all Mr. Sewing Machine, because we have some things that he'll be doing for us there. Okay, so the denim, if you're looking for the denim fabric, you can get denim at Warehouse, but you can also get denim at Petra. Hers are a little bit pricier, $7 at Warehouse a yard, and then also Fabrictopia about $7 a yard. Okay, so we'll start at Petra's first. All right.
Good morning. We made it. Fabric Row. See, I think I'm about to make bad choices because everything that speaks to me is listed right here. So every now and then, I want me a good piece of silk. I just do. I love me a good piece of silk. I love satin because ain't nothing like a satin slip dress. And I think I want some fun organza to make another top. Let's see what they got. So Selena is always down for my foolishness. So I was like, come on, girl, let's do some content. And I do apologize if you hear the air conditioner blowing in my car because, yes, I'm doing this voiceover in my car because life is real right now.
Everything, even the clearance, okay? Spend the money.
For sure. For sure. Let's get it. Here it's spacious and airy. I'm ready. What do I want? I need some things. Even the cutting tape. Oh, it's not all bunched up in here. I love it. I love it. Hey, look who I found in Petra's at the sorority retreat. Hello. What's up, girl?
What's good, girl?
I love you.
Love you too.
Yay. Yeah, I gotta find some stuff to add to the million folds of fabric I already got in my sewing room. So let's get it. What you trying to get?
Well, I want to make some underwear.
Okay.
A new adventure.
It's not hard.
Probably like a bustier or something like that.
That takes some grit.
But
I ain't
you know
ready.
what? I'm going to follow you and let you lead the way.
Okay. So when I got to this section, in my mind, all I was thinking about was if I want to make another Sicily slip dress, because I'm sorry, I'm going to keep making that pattern until it falls apart. I always have that pattern in mind. So, you know, just kind of put my hand on things, seeing how I feel. This one right here, I ended up getting a piece of it because how cute and different is that? Hold on, I might have to make this. Hold on there. So this is, she just asked about like what do they make like jerseys out of? And that's just pretty much some jersey materials. I love it. So I got that grayish satin gray that I showed you all earlier, as well as this green mesh. That was it for this store. But this denim, I wish it had stretch in it. I would have brought it home, but I think I'm gonna reach back out and ask Monica to go get it for me, just because I mean, did you see that? Like that was fire. So this did not catch my attention until I was about to leave the store, but I absolutely love the fabric charts that they had up there. Like it was some pretty good info. So I took some quick little pics and we'll throw it up here, but yeah, I'm just that girl. I love looking at that kind of stuff when I'm in places. So now it's time to skip down the yellow brick road to the next location, which is actually next door. And yeah, let's roll. Let's see what we come up on. All right, Fabrictopia, what you got for me? I play all day. Anywho, I was determined to come in here and act like I had some sense. You don't need anything, Stacie. You don't. Now, I said I was gonna do right when I came in here, but this one collar on the bottom that snatched my whole soul. I think I need it. Definitely feeling like I need it. So pretty. Oh my God. So it's the summertime, and the prints I'm in love with in the summertime are endless. Case in point, this. So this is when we pause to recognize that it is now indeed fall, and I did use this fabric on a summer dress. It was just much later. Okay, let's go. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Oh my God. I said I wasn't getting nothing cut, but I might have lied. Do y'all see that? That little blue. Oh my God. I said I wasn't getting nothing, but I think I lied. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Oh my God. I said I wasn't getting nothing cut, but I might have lied. Do y'all see that? That little blue. Oh my God. I said I wasn't getting nothing, but I think I lied. What? Not anything more than this collar in my hand. I'll span, but I think you coming with me. You're so cute. All right. I feel like from a little span of the room over there is where I'm going. This is over here. Just right back. Just span around. So at this point, we already know that I settled on one fabric. And here's the second one. I mean, how could I possibly leave that in the store? The picture doesn't do it any justice. There were other ladies on the trip with us that was like, okay, wait, hold on. Let me get some of that. Y'all, like, it was so good. So those were my two cuts from Fabrictopia. And at this point, I knew I needed to go sit down in the front, so I didn't swipe my card again. So Kiki and Shelly sat up front with me, and we just laughed and just tripped out. I love them. I love the sewing community. So at this point, it was time for us to move to our last stop on Fabric Road, which was Warehouse Fabrics, and gave me a minute to kind of, go through, look at some things before our time to go in and have the demonstration with Mr. Sewing Machine. So, all right, let's walk through Warehouse Fabrics. So So I don't know if you heard them say that at 10:30 we had to make sure we were in the bag for the scissor demonstration with Mr. Sewing Machine. So I just sped up the little walkthrough, and right here is where I found some, like a little rummage of some ribbon, and because my niece loves volleyball, I was like, that's a no-brainer, let me get that. Oh, I'm not playing. Look at that from my Haley. And so here's where I found my sweet spot, my happy place. They had these pre-cuts. So say you had three random yards, and they were, I don't know, maybe $4 a yard, $3 a yard. You could just grab some of those out of this bin, and I found some that had like some stripes, but it was like multiple shades of pink with some green in it. Easily gonna become a swimsuit cover up for me whenever I get ready to go to the beach again. But now it's time for our demonstration in the back with the sewing machine repairman, and he sells like excellent scissors. I mean, he has a nice little variety of things in store, but yeah, let's get in here and listen to the demonstration from Mr. Sewing Machine.
We're going to store the same price what we sell on the website. You know, and you don't have to pay for shipping. You get to feel it, and you get to pick the ones you like it. So we have a lot of ones on there, but the blue ones are the best ones. The red ones are great, but on this case, you know what you get. You know.
So we had a really interactive session with Mr. Sewing Machine. He had a really great store. In addition to that, he raffled some of his scissors. I was kind of hoping I won those, but it's okay because I don't think my luggage could have taken any extra weight because I did a little bit of damage today. So yeah, I'm not tripping. So what I gathered from the demonstration with Mr. Sewing Machine was that I need to step my scissor game up. What I thought I was working with, I'm truly not working with. And if anybody who wants some scissors want to mail them to my house, I'll bring you my address. But now it's time to move on. So we pull up to the next stop, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a heat transfer machine, so I'm good. Just walk around, because surely there's nothing for me to buy in this store. Y'all know I don't know how to act. I blame Monica. I was not going to buy anything, and then it just went left. So let's just keep watching and see how this goes. I am not the heat press, all of that, transfer vinyl. I've never done that. I don't own those things, mainly because even though I know it's a lucrative business, my house is busting at the seams with sewing stuff, so that was just a choice I made. But I'm apologizing in advance to my family members because the two that own these things, I just want y'all to know that I've come in here with my soul sisters, and yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna need y'all to put on some hats and some shirts for me. Thank you. 10 minutes. Okay, bye. And just like that, money spent. I love it though. I have no complaints. I have no self-control, but I'm okay with it. Oh my God. Shouts out to Monica for showing me the greatness of this store. The amount of things that I just got for $50. Yeah. But I'm putting myself on a little shopping diet when I get back because you got this creative mind on top of already shopping things that are made. Oh my God. So now we've arrived at Sunny Sewing Machine, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of glad to go in here after the fact because I learned so much about industrial sewing machines. I've always wanted one, but I know that I would need to literally get rid of a piece of furniture in my house to have one. And not only do I want one that has the free arm because I would love to make my own shoes. And I would love to make me a good leather bag. I don't even think I would be a person that would really try to sell it. I like this right here. Oh my God. I want a free arm that I can just, I could just do my thing. Because baby, I love a bag. I love a good leather bag. Like, I love that the shoulder bags are back. Like, it just looks like a sack, you know, you just kind of put over your shoulder. You can throw anything in it. That's my jam. And of course, I can make it with, you know, using a heavy duty needle or leather needle or something along those lines. But I just don't really have the desire to do that too much. But if I had this machine, I would do it. The combo was starting to get good, so I was like, wait a minute, let me come out of my fan zone and get up and go over here and see what's going on, what they're talking about. So they're demonstrating how the table can move up and down. Shelly actually has one of these machines, and we had one at the retreat center that we could use. And that was one of the things that I really, really enjoyed about the retreat, because I never used a Foth sewing machine before. I'd never used a Thor industrial machine before. So that was just really cool. Like, go on the retreat, y'all. But silly me. I need to look. Let me go look at these prices again, because like this right here. Older model, but what if I trip, like, why are these prices so good? Because what? So I know that this vlog is pretty lengthy, but it's so worth it, because I know that there's somebody who wants to go on the retreat and they're just really not sure what to expect. But it's, like I said, it's a good time. And for someone like me, I never would have gone inside an industrial sewing machine shop. I just wouldn't have, because I was like, I don't have the space, you know. Let me just not go ahead and bother them. But this was so cool, because what I later found out was that these machines are only like $3,000 now. $2,000, $3,000. I think the most expensive I may have seen in the store was $5,000, but that is nothing compared to when I first looked at industrial sewing machines. Like, I don't know where I was when I first saw one, but I'm shook. I'm like, girl, you could get you one of those, you know. But again, I would have to get rid of something in order to get that. So I don't know what or when I'll be old enough to make a big girl purchase like that, because I would have to kick a wall out at this point to bring another piece of machinery into this house. I love sewing, it's fun, but baby, I am busting at the seams with everything up in here. Like, it's crazy. So after that, girl, it was picture time, because y'all ain't seen me stop at any point and see me take a bunch of photos. So not just me, but all of us were like down for a photo shoot. Plus we needed a group shot, and I will forever treasure this photo and this trip in my heart. I was on a cloud, back at it like we never left. So I don't know if you all could appreciate, but the walls were wrapped in like a batting, such that we could display our projects that we were working on as if it was show and tell. Love that so much. So every time I got done with my my robe, you know, to a stopping point, I will put it up there. And this is the part where I will repeat to you that when you are tired, do not push yourself to sew. So last night I knew I was fried, but I just wanted to be done with this robe so bad. Well, satin is a specialty fabric, and when I'm sewing with a specialty fabric, I generally like to use my walking foot, because it will bite down on the top and the bottom of the fabric. I say that to say my fabric started to shift as I was stitching the band to the robe with the piping in the middle, and when I finished, it almost looked like I had gathered it. It was bunched really bad, and I just had to give up the ghost and accept that I would be one with my seam ripper for the remainder of the afternoon. So here we are, taking that apart such that I can fix my all right. I'm determined for the sorority retreat, for the pajama night, to be done with my robe that I should have been done with last night, but I'm not gonna talk about that. Had a little hiccup. Good night's sleep, some fun times with these beautiful ladies, and I'm back in the game. So I am finishing up $77.90. I am making pattern. I'm making view B. But I helped it a little bit because I have been wanting to make some thread piping, and if not now, then when? So as opposed to following the instructions towards the end where you put the front band on, instead of following those instructions, I brought some hot pink piping to, stick with the sorority theme colors, and that is what we are going to work on now. And one of the cool things about being at the sewing retreat is, number one, if you're renting a machine, you get to work on a machine you've never worked on before. I've never sewn with a fob before, but the fob is kind of cute. It's heavyweight like I like, and yeah, I just really have really nothing fancy about it. How do I change the foot? I can't see. You got cups. That don't make sense though. Hey, Monica, will you come in? It just doesn't make sense. How do I get this off? How do I? Oh, well, I won't say nothing. I'm not done. Thank you. All right, then. I was like, I ain't tearing up nobody's machine. All right, so I feel like I did pretty good with fixing my mess up and stitching everything back together. So I'm almost at the point that I can throw it on my body. I just love being in this big space. I miss sewing meetups. I miss it. We used to do it a lot in Atlanta and not so much anymore. And I would do one in Birmingham, but I don't know who would come. Anywho, it was time for me to take a much needed break, and because yeah, you just should not sit that long. I definitely feel it in my lower back and hips when I do. So I just got up and went outside and enjoyed the scenery and snapped some photos, and yeah, the site is beautiful. Like, if you have not gone to a sorority retreat, go, okay? Go. And if for no other reason, you get to fangirl over all of your favorite sewers, all the people that you've never met in real life, that you've just been following, that you love so much. And then I had the sweetest roommates. Like, of course, Selena and I planned this, but Jennifer was just the perfect touch to our room situation. And I don't know if y'all know, but Jennifer, with this quilting, straight beast. Like, oh my goodness, she is the best, I promise. And now it's time to party. So before we get started, I realized I did not show you all the gifts we received, so let's run that back. The Looking Good Sewror patch that's on the front of that trucker hat that I had on in my intro came directly out of that bag. Love it. We had some essential oils, we had fat quarters, stickers, pens, measuring tape, and we got this cute little carry-out bag that we use for shopping purposes. And I've never met a pair of custom pattern weights that I didn't love, so that was a very nice treat. And now for the shenanigans. I was so close. I was so close. Oh my gosh. So close. So what has occurred is we were playing blackout bingo. You had to do the whole board. 2 people got it at the same time. Oh my God. And I was so close. It was 3 people? Okay, so to come up with the winner, everybody had to pick a different color that was in her hand. And then she gonna put all 3 colors inside the wheel and spin it. And whichever one comes out is who wins the match. But y'all remember, somebody said, everybody take turns using the big rotary mat. And I was like, y'all remember the episode of Martin when they all won the car? Everybody took turns driving it and they took that car. Oh my God.
Let's take for 3. That's why they keep going to commercial breaks on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. You found it? All right. Okay, y'all ready? Look at her. Yellow came out.
And immediately after that, everybody's boots hit the ground. So the party really kicked off. Y'all, it was such a good time. But right after this, Shelly went into a demonstration on the industrial sewing machine.
When I tell you it's a lot easier on this machine, it's a lot easier. And one thing that like I feel that kind of separates, like where you could tell it was made on a domestic versus an industrial, is the thread, right? Although, you know, my stitches is pretty clean and they are very straight, I can't use a heavy thread on my domestic machine, which kind of takes the difference. I don't know if y'all saw that bag I was wearing today. So I can turn it up right here.
What's your normal sewing?
I think I have mine set at like 800. Okay. And then I can also adjust the needle position. I like my needle to stay in the down position. Right. So like when I stop, I want it to stay in the down position. So I'm always wherever I stop. And so this is the thread. You can have like 2 up here. And y'all, when I tell you I had to watch the YouTube video like the first 10 times, I went to wind this thing up because I was like, how the heck to do it? Now I got it down pat. So I'm gonna show y'all. But since they already have this in here, I'm just gonna show you a little bit. It's kind of stuck. Hold on. I'm gonna move it out of this corner. And so they all come on wheels. So that makes it really nice. Just lock it. So this is the knee lift, the pedal. But usually one thing I've gotten used to with this is you want to like leave your threads long, and you always want to hold them before you start, or use the hand crank wheel to crank it in position before you start, because this does jam easy. I think Onika was asking me about like oiling it, so I oil mine like maybe once every 2 months. I use it a lot, but I don't use it a lot. Like I use it a lot for my top stitching and stuff like that. And they make it easy. You see all these red dots? That's where you oil. And all the oil gathers. There's a basin. I might need some tools.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How do you turn it?
Lefty loosey.
Oh, yeah, he uses the tool.
Yeah, they use the tool. But you put the oil in here, and it gathers, this whole machine, you see this line right here? This whole machine will lift back and the oil gathers there, so you just have to clean that out. So it's ready to go.
Oh, it's quiet.
So
too.
it's very quiet, but remember I talked about we could turn it and make it go faster?
Oh.
She keeps it around 8.
So when you go faster, it still
Louise.
keeps the same stitch length?
Wow.
Same stitch length. What you see?
Wow.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. That's the difference. And mind you, this
like butter.
This and this are the exact same machine. You have the exact same. Because what you're really paying for, and to be honest, I think Stacie was saying it. These machines are not that much more expensive than a regular machine. I literally sold my Janome and bought this. It was the same price. I had a Janome 6700P. Same price as this. It might have been like $100 more, but still
Reasonable.
yeah, still reasonable.
Sure. This and this is the
Same.
same thing.
Same.
Only difference is the long.
Yes,
the
only difference is the
flathead,
cylinder
the
arm.
cylinder arm.
But so this I think is like maybe 1700. This is probably 26.
Okay.
It's $1,000 more, but I am a fan of this arm because you still get this table.
Oh, she said only 2,600. That's it. I thought it was more than that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what I was saying at the shop.
And I don't know if somebody was price gouged. You know, you may even see some on Walmart where somebody played with a price. I swear I saw one for like $11,000 one time.
They
Yeah.
Go up there.
It's Husqvarna Vikings out there to $11,000.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm
But
like. I
these
knew.
are not because I mean they're not. I thought that too, and I was like 26. I just paid that for that Janome. Wait, let me sell this and
Yeah.
get what I actually want.
Yeah.
And like I said, this one may be like 50, anywhere from like 15 to 18. Don't quote me. I don't know what the going rate for them is, but it's the same machine. But because I like the ability to be like agile and move my stuff around, I prefer this because like I said, it's the same. It's the same thing, and you can put this up there. I usually leave mine off unless I'm working on certain things. But what happens is, obviously, once nothing's on here, you kind of pop this in here, and there's screws and a plate.
So it becomes like a industrial flathead.
Yep, it's a flathead. But you have the ability to take this off.
Oh.
To take this plate off and use it like this. And I like using it like this.
So do you
And now it's time for us to get ready for the fashion show. Baby Monica stays ready because she ain't never got to get ready, okay? So we, you know, if you knew you were going to be in the fashion show, then, you know, you just went ahead and set up your little camera so you can get your footage. And like I said, Monica, I'm so tickled at Monica and this fan the whole time. Look at this clown. Look at this clown. Now, let me apologize because although my camera was set up to see the fashion show, of course, I was in the fashion show, and so I didn't know that we were going to stop and dance or whatever. So, you see everybody walking, but not so much, you know, of the cut up and, you know, breakdown, booty shake, what have you. But you get what you get, but you already know who you dealing with, baby. It was a time. So, I hope y'all are enjoying this. And I know this is probably one of my longer videos, but it was so necessary because I had seen people talk about the sorority retreat, but I really didn't know what to expect. And little fun fact, I wrote down the wrong dates. But they accommodated me, so it just worked out. So the first part of the fashion show was for everybody who actually had the actual sorority pajamas that you purchased from the website. And okay, so here we go with Jennifer and the quilts. She made a quilt for the fashion show. What, like, I mean, like, y'all, like, please. These women are so talented, and I mean, what in the world? Like, what else could we possibly do other than celebrate each other and have a ball? The outfit, I mean, listen, the pajamas, we really could have worn them outside because they were really, really cute. And again, everything that everybody has on in this segment was made by them. And I think the consensus among all of us was that we didn't have time to make our pajamas before coming, so we kind of worked on it while we were there. A time was had. That's all that matters. And I don't have personal favorites in life, but this Robin character, Miss Robin, let me tell you something. I love her and I don't play about her. Like, she is so hilarious, y'all. She reminds me of my Aunt Darlene. Like, everything that comes out her mouth tickles my soul. So again, it was just a good time. And I don't know if I'm showing y'all too much. I think overall it is decent. You know, we got on pajamas, but we're decent, you know, within having the pajamas on. But a good time is just in order. And I feel like everybody should just have that moment in time. So here's my robe. It is not ironed. I do not like anything that is not ironed. I think I have a good picture for y'all later on in the end. But yeah, this was my robe. Again, it is not ironed. My pajamas were a two-piece Sofia Vergara set from Walmart. It just went with the colors, and I ain't had time to make pajamas, so it was what it was. And now it is Saturday. Y'all, can y'all believe we've been watching this vlog for what feels like 2 days? And I've actually been gone 2 days at this point. So it's Saturday morning and I'm back in here sewing. This whole day was just take it easy, do what you want. It's very much my kind of Saturday. If y'all notice, I get real active on social media on Saturdays because that's literally the only day I am not running ragged. And one would think because I don't have a family of my own that I would have a lot of downtime. I don't. So this was the perfect Saturday for me. You know, we slept long as we wanted to. Breakfast was pretty much continental, but all of the other meals, top tier, straight up chef. And then after that, you get back to whatever it is you want to do. Do you want to sit on the sofa and read a book? Do you want to listen to music? Do you want to meditate? Do you want to sew? Do you want to go for a walk? Like, it's so well thought out. And I keep stressing to you, go on one of the retreats. I'm just so pleased. Like, look at all the things that we've made around the room. So when I said, you know, this morning was dedicated to whatever you wanted to do, this turned into a bonding time for me because I was eating breakfast. I was sitting next to Onika and she was having a conversation with someone about like social media, and I joined in and it just turned into the best little conversation. I absolutely love Onika. Hey girl, hey. Like, this is what it's all about. Just bonding, sisterhood at its finest. I love it. And then it was time for us to have our ceremony, our time, you know, as true sorors. So this time was precious, and that's all I'll say about that because it's just something that you should experience if you do come, and I think you should definitely come. Please believe me. I need y'all to know I am exhausted, but this weekend owes me not 1 cent. What a vibe. Oh my goodness. Look at my pen. Ain't she cute? Oh my goodness. Look at her. I need y'all to know I started sewing because I was everywhere alone. Oh my goodness. I was everywhere alone. And look at what it has turned into. Oh my goodness. And y'all, I got the look at my award. Sorority Social Media Star Award. I'm so weak at that. But why not me, baby? You see the material. It's so fun. I have met so many great people due to sewing, and social media has definitely added to that 1,000-fold. My why for sewing has changed so many times over the years, but my why for right now is I just absolutely love the community. I love y'all. So these final clips will probably be sped up because I just wanted y'all to live in the moment of it, but I didn't want to get copyrighted because, you know, there's music there, so everything is sped up, so I won't get copyrighted, and they snatched my video. Enjoy.
They're my friend, y'all. Right. Hey. Hey, y'all. Don't let Stacie, don't believe us, Stacie. I just wanted y'all to see that pretty face that I've been laughing at all weekend because she is a clown. I love it. It's the last night and I'm sad. Like, I'm supposed to be in a room packing. I gotta be out of here at 8. Flight ain't till 11:30. I was in there attempting to pack and I finally was like, I just want to go play, and I walked away from the suitcases. Oh my God. Like, I'm sad. Like, this was so good. Like, I'm gonna have to make sure I come. Make sure I come to at least one a year. So much fun. You just had to be here. Ain't no other way to explain it. Go on a sorority retreat. I'm serious. Click on the link. Click on the page. Look it up. And, yeah, I'm sad. I'm coming to leave y'all alone, I promise. Y'all see how I got that award? I'm so tickled.
So we jumped back off into game night, and yeah, I was in deep thought, but it was a vibe.
How many types of needles are in a universal sewing machine needle pack on average?
I don't know why I was doing that.
First, you raise your hand first. Then I see raise first. You go first. Okay. Question: how many bobbins come in a standard multi-pack? Selecia. Okay. All right. Okay. The correct answer is 10. So Selecia wins this one. Okay.
So the games were in full effect, and the music was playing, and everybody was kind of trying to wrap up, whatever their projects were, because we pretty much will bring, I brought 2 projects. Some people may bring more than that, but I think 2 is a good number, because you may actually finish one and have time to work on another. But I was really enjoying like the game night, and then as you can see, we had more items going up on our show and tell pegboards of the items that we made. But as I continued to walk around, I started to see the different pattern weights that had been created that, were given to each of us in our gift bags. They are so cute. Like, oh my goodness, I absolutely love them. Like, look at the belt buckles. This is so cute. This whole retreat is just so well thought out. Shouts out to the planning crew. Okay. I said I was not gonna sew, but I'm about to sew. So let's do this. I will show you. I will show you a piece. I'll show you the fabric. Gorge. You'll see what it is. Hopefully I can knock this out real quick. It may not be perfectly done, but hold on. So y'all already know I'm trying not to get my video copyrighted and snatched down from the internet. So had to go ahead and speed this up and take the music down. But y'all see the girls had a time, and this was the perfect way to end my night. Like, no complaints whatsoever. Please come to a sorority retreat. Like, if I ain't told you nothing else, I've told you this. Because when have I ever lied to y'all? Like, look at the time. Baby, Diane. Oh, she's a vibe. Like, please. Like, and she's really, like, she's the real deal. Like, I love her so much. Love you, Diane. And don't play with my smoot, because she is a vibe as well. Like, I really need to hang out with them. Like, we need to get in the car and just go somewhere and kick it. Like, what a time. It's the sorority retreat next year, please. And just like that, it was time to pass out hugs and kisses and say our goodbyes. Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
You just have seen the distress, because we are trying to pack my stuff. It's so bad. And I got a big suitcase, a medium-sized suitcase, and a small. Why did I bring the medium and the small? When have I ever had control when I went fabric shopping? And Selena over there with the voodoo. By hook or crook, we get my
But you know what? Look at this. It's about to close.
But listen, what I'm going to do is the one that's over here. I'm going to lay it sideways. I'm going to lay it sideways and open it up and stuff some side and some stuff at the side. Y'all, it's 3:20 in the morning, and I caught myself packing before going in there for the all-night party. Like, what we did tonight, we really should have done last night, because we really showed our behind. But this is the situation that we're in. Because why we play so much? Oh my God, like, she was trying to help me, and I just bust out laughing. Like, I was of no help. I just went into full-on crack up. It's so bad. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. Oh my God.
And just like that, morning came. I was fresh faced. My face is all puffy.
I put on my sneakers and it was time to roll. Like, oh my goodness. I regret nothing. I recommend everyone come. The only holdup with me returning will be see what's going on with my job because I'm with the federal government and things are just nuts, which is why it took so long for you all to get this video from me. But I love y'all and I hope you've enjoyed. Till next time.
Okay, so of all the things that I purchased on the trip, this hat was just it for me, okay? This hat was it because I went into the graphic store, like when we got to the we had just left Fabric Row in Dallas, but we went over to, you know, if you do like heat press and all that kind of stuff, it's one of those stores. So I was like, I'll get out and go in just to be nosy, but I don't have a heat press machine. And not that I'm against any of that, you know, screen prints for shirts and hats and whatnot. I just have so much other junk that I have collected over time with my sewing habit. I just could not bring myself to bring another tool into the house. But, you know, after this whole hat situation, I think I may be changing my tune and may want to get a small heat press because I'm addicted to trucker hats. If I'm going to put a hat on real quick, it's going to be a trucker hat. And if you follow me on the socials, then you pretty much know that that's the type of hat I'm going to bust out with. Every now and then I'll give you something with a brim on it. But yeah, so this hat, we went into the store and Monica was like, and I'm sorry, y'all, my voice is still gone. Monica, once we got in there, you know, I'm just walking around looking and I saw the hats because my aunt and my sister both have small heat press machines. And I was like, oh, I can get some hats and just tell them what I want or even buy it and just give them the stuff and let them put it on there. And so as I'm looking at the hats, you know, Monica was like, hey, Stacie, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? So I go over, find her, and she's showing me like AKA stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, wow. So of course I gathered some things and I think I may have gotten like one, maybe two. I think it was only one screen print. Yeah, all that's in front of me at the moment are my hats, I believe. No, that's a lie. Okay. So I went over, got some things, and I was like, yo, my loves, if you know anything about me, you know that when it's football season, don't even call my phone. Maybe I'm outside at the game. Who game? Alabama State, Tuskegee. I rarely go to my high school games because as much as I love my high school, Birmingham is just a little bit ignorant right now, and the crime. Like, the crime has improved, but I'm just not interested in running away from fights and whatnot. Like, I can't. But I love me some A.H. Parker High School, okay? Our colors are purple and white. And because we had just had our 125th school anniversary, and it is my 25th high school class reunion at the same time, that's what made me go over and start looking at hats, because I was like, you know, I see hats from time to time, but they're just never hats that I want, or they're ill-fitting or something. Like, it'll be a trucker hat, but the cap don't fit quite right because it's like a kid's cut. I'm like, my head ain't that big, but why the hats don't fit? Okay. Anyway, so was over there and I was looking at the hats and I was like, okay, all my people, all the things, all my loves, Parker, Alabama State, Tuskegee, aka. I was like, I need hats for all of these. The hats were like $3. $3 a piece. So I was like, wait a minute. I know I want some screen print stuff, but they sell patches in here too. So I got to thinking, if I break out the sewing machine, you know what I'm saying, with a fresh needle, I can get some things done. And that's exactly how this hat came about. This patch was in the gift bag from Lynn. Okay, Lynn, can't think of Lynn's last name, but we all know and love Lynn. First of all, she sews like a beast. Like, she sews like no one I've ever met before. But one of the items that, you know, she donated as a vendor, you know, as a sponsor for Sewrority was this patch. And so, and y'all got to bear with me because it may be a little bit creaky, but I don't care. It's mine. Okay, it's mine. And I'm gonna love it and wear it down, baby. So I took this because when I was in the store, I was like, I want a purple hat, but do I want a purple and white, or do I want just a purple? And they were all $3. So I went in. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna take these apart, just show you my little collection that I got. And they were all $3 and some change, okay? So like I got the purple on purple, the purple and white, because I knew I wanted to put this patch on a hat. But I was like, do I want it just on the plain purple, or do I want the white to pop? So that's what I did. I went ahead and put it on the purple and white hat, and I just did a heavy duty needle. I had a microtex needle on there, and I was like, let me just see. No, ma'am. I did a zigzag stitch, and of course I shortened the width of the stitch because I did not want you to be able to see it. I'll get a little bit close. I stitched around the pink of it. I did not want the thread to just be outside of the patch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted it to just look clean and professional. So I'm glad I did the purple and white hat with this patch. Now, this other purple, I do want a Parker High School patch. I need to find that online. Is there an Etsy shop? Who sells it? I want it. I don't want a screen print. I want a true bison patch, baby, because we that, okay? We that, we the school, with them boys. So I got a bunch. Like I said, I have this white and green, well, this green and white, because when I tell you I have patches for days, y'all, I'm sorry, I just got to go off on this tangent because I'm so excited, because I stitched this down in like 5 seconds. Like, I pinned it, but again, it could be straight. It may just be looking a little crooked because of my mirror thing that I use on my phone or whatever. It's so good. I will link that device, because you should always use your back camera when you're filming content, because it just looks so clean, okay, and crisp. But like, for instance, I saw this hat and I was like, okay, you know, I have some AKA patches, but look, y'all, look at this cowgirl patch that I found in the store. Let me get this. How cute is that? Okay. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. But I got a green on green. I got a hot pink, just all pink, pink and white, just all the different colors. So I got 2 patches. I mean, these could end up on some clothes as well. I got 2 of those. As far as my beloved Tuskegee, they had a couple of different tiger patches, and I didn't have a preference. I was just like, I want them. So this is quite thick. It almost feels like it should be 2, but I got this one, like the colors or whatever are a little off, but I'm just like, it's mine. Like, this is my jam. And then I got one that just fell on the floor, but it's actually the same as this one. I think I just got 2 of those. I got 2 of those. But in my own stash, okay, I still had a sew patch. And as a matter of fact, I could be lying, because I thought I had some sorority patches here, but I may have purchased this while I was at the retreat. So again, love my Tuskegee. I have a Tuskegee patch here at TU. It's going on the hat, okay? And man, like, I don't know, y'all tell me. That's fire. Oh my God, I've been wanting a good yellow hat, and I just couldn't find one. Like, the vendors, like, stopped playing with me, because even though I graduated from Tuskegee, I graduated from the vet school. So I don't have a vet caduceus to put on here. Although it would be cool if I got little patches of different animals. I don't know. But this looks so good against this. But I also, you know, got this. And again, the common thread between my 2 schools is the color gold, okay? So I don't think I have a Bama State patch, but I definitely found a vendor that I've gotten 2 from in the past. And I'm just going to reach out and order another one. So this was my creative moment, because even though I've shown you other fabric and whatnot that I purchased while I was at the retreat, let's see here, how we getting here. Even though I hope I don't regret doing this. Even though I have purchased a ton of fabric from being in Dallas on Fabric Row, I just am not interested. I'm sorry, even though I purchased a lot of fabric from Fabric Row while we were in Dallas, I have not cut anything. This is the only project. And so I'm going to put this pin on here that I got while I was standing in line. I may even move that down. That's so funky. That's so funky. So yeah, that was my one little thing that I'm just so excited about. But I have some AKA patches. These are ones I already had at home. I have the big Sewrority crest. I have a tiger. Like I said, this knowing that I had these is really what made me say, let me go over here and get all these hats so I can go to work. Now, this one did not have adhesive on the back, because normally when I do patches, I will iron them on, and then once I know that glue has dried, I'll stitch them around the edges to reinforce. But yeah, so like this Sewror patch, baby. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. I'm so glad I got off that bus, because I almost didn't, y'all. And it just made me so excited. So again, I'm just showing you patches that I've had. And I'm not necessarily the girl that wears everything pink and green. Like, I love AKA. I've been in AKA almost 22 years. Silver star on deck. But I just don't wear stuff like that all the time. So I love it. This came in an Ivy box, I believe. No. I got this at one of our conferences. I'm always the girl that's going to look for patches and stationery. I love a good card. Giving someone a card is just so thoughtful. So it's just something that I like to do. So these are my other patches. Y'all keep in mind, I'm showing you this because these are things that made me buy everything that I thought I wanted in the name of a hat in that store. And then I have a couple of other patches that I've gotten from an online vendor. I can't remember exactly who, but I've had them for a while. And these are just for me. I'm not selling them, so I don't have to be a licensed vendor or anything like that. These are just things that I had that made me say, okay, girl, go ahead and have your way in these people's store, so that you can go home and just get drunk with it. Okay, just go in there and lose your mind and put them under your sewing machine. If I had a free arm machine, I'll be in here making purses. I'm just gonna be real with you. But so these are all my patches. I may end up making a sweatsuit, because that was something that I wanted to do. But I have a problem with sewing in season. I'm trying to do better with that. I do have a coat that I cut a very long time ago that I made my second project while we were at the sorority retreat. And my goal is to go on live and on YouTube, and we'll finish sewing that. So, because I'm pretty much almost done. It had been cut like 3-4 years. Like, I should be ashamed of how long that coat had been cut. But I hope you all have enjoyed this. If you have any questions about anything about the sorority retreat, please follow the sorority Instagram account, and follow, like, when you get on there should be a link taking you to their actual website, you know, like giving you their email address and all of that. If you have any questions, please ask them. I just went and I had fun, and it's something that I'm going to pretty much plan to do at least once a year for as long as I can, because so many people that I just absolutely love were there, and I totally like fangirled out. And then there was some I didn't necessarily know, but love them so much. I follow them now. I'm watching all their videos. I'm loving their makes. Just good, sweet, genuine people. Because, and I don't want to just keep saying women, because men, they definitely had a co-ed retreat, the one before this one. And I mean, I've met so many of the guys anyway, like they're just cool, man. So if you ever wanted to get out and just do something different like that, go. Because even though a lot of us are introverted, I feel like I am a extroverted introvert. I kind of stay to myself, but I'll talk to anybody, but I stay to myself. It's just, I grew up by myself, so I'm just so used to that. You don't feel overwhelmed. I want to stress that to you. When we sewed, I started sewing when I got there because I was trying to make my robe. And yeah, matter of fact, let me go switch into my robe. I'll be right back so we can get to the nitty gritty, and then we'll close out the video. Be right back. All right, so now that I'm comfortable, let's talk about this. So if you have never been on a sorority retreat, you're thinking about it, I highly recommend that you go. The reason I highly recommend that you go is because the majority of the sewists that I've met over years, we are very much introverted. We cool, you know what I'm saying? We have our people that we, let our hair down with, but for the most part, we stay to ourselves. They literally tell you, bring your headphones. So when you're sewing, and again, I came in sewing because I was trying to make sure I had my robe made, because I wanted to make pajamas and I wanted to use my piping foot. I had never used that before. So I thought I did a great job, okay? But I was so excited when that worked out. But they tell you to bring your headphones because we have music playing, while we're sewing and all of that. I mean, in the room that you sew in, once you go in and you claim your machine and you're getting into it, it's a free for all. Just after a certain time, just be mindful of other people that may be sleeping, and you'll kind of close off those rooms or whatever. Close off the sewing room to kind of help with the noise. But you can play your own music while you're sitting there in the midst of the loud music. Whatever you need to do to feel like you're in your own space, they highly recommend it. And I think it's so dope because we all zone out. Ain't nothing like hitting autopilot when you are creating your makes. So that is so cool. If you're going, they allow you to make payments, along the way. Like you don't have to hit, with the full amount immediately. But it's just a great setup. They give you the recommended things to bring, the retreat at a glance. So you'll know what to pack, what you want to make. So I just thought it was so cool because at the end of the day, we all just want to be free. And I felt like I needed that break from work. Y'all know that work has been different this year. I've been with my job almost 11 years. Next month will be 11 years. And mentally, this has been the hardest year because we lost so many people due to, cuts and early retirements and whatnot, but the work still needed to be done. And it's just been hard. I'm on supervisor number 3 since April. Supervisor number 3 since April. And it's just been different and hard. And it felt so good to just be like, I'm going and I want to go love and hug on my people. And again, I love so much that there were people there that I had never interacted with before that I now love. I am obsessed with them. I'm on their pages, like sending random gifts in the mail. Like it's just been such a good time. We just reach out to each other. It's just sweet. It's good. You need it. I am in a sorority. I've been a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated for almost 22 years, and I love them, and there is no buts to this, nothing to negate any of that. But what I will say is it's just cool to have a whole different network of people that you all have this like and love based on your hobby, so it's just different and good in what I need. So I love it. And I highly recommend, if you've never been, go. If you've been thinking about it, go. You need it, and you will not forget those moments, because those who you think are quiet are not, and those who you think are loud, you know, little church mouse. So I love it. I could go on and on about it, but I hope that this has been informative. I hope you have enjoyed it, like learned some things, but I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope that, and even if you don't go to the sorority retreat, go somewhere that you've been wanting to go. Do something that you've just been wanting to do, that your nerves have kind of gotten the best of you. Go. That's where I'm headed with all of this. Just get out and go. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're coming back, I absolutely love and appreciate you. I hope you all have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions. But again, go to a sorority retreat, go on that trip, or do that thing that you've been afraid to do. Bye. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.